What's up, guys? This is going to be a DIY on my birthday hair, so let's get started, shall we? I purchased 2 packs of 13x4 frontals for the front and back. We're trying to achieve a frontal ponytail, so this is how it looked before I put the dye in. Well, actually bleached the knots, so I showed a little consistency of how I made a paste and applied it. And then that's how the knots looked before I bleached it. And the process that I did, the heating method, putting it in foil, letting it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes so that the color can lift. It did bleed through a little bit, so you're going to see the after effect in the next slide. So it did come out a little brassy, as you can tell. So what I had to do to get the brassiness out is shampoo it in the purple shampoo that everyone uses to take out that orangey tinge. Once I washed it out, I noticed that it did lift a lot. It wasn't so bad, but you can still see the orange tinge in it, especially in this slide. This one was a little bit worse. That's the one that bled through a lot. So I decided that I wanted to do a skunk stripe. So I just prepped the hair. I washed the back frontal in silicone and Tresemme and washed it out, and it came out good. So the front frontal that I'm going to use had a lot of the brassiness, so I decided to use a rinse and give the frontal a skunk stripe in the color Paprika and Cajun. And you'll see me do that in the upcoming slide. This is also me hanging up the frontal so it can air dry. So this is the one that bled through a lot. As you can see, I was trying to figure out the best way to do it. So all I did was separate the hair, and I put more bleach onto a section so I can do the skunk stripe, and I let it lift for a little bit. I didn't let it sit for too long because I didn't want the skunk stripe as bright, but I let it sit for about 10 minutes and watched it lift. So here's the after effect of letting it bleach. I did separate the hair, and then once I put the color in, or the rinse I should say, I did put it on the skunk stripe, and I also did the edge, well, what you would call the edges of the frontal, because that was also brassy. So I placed that on there too. I did wash it out, rinse it with the blue shampoo or the purple shampoo, and I also let it sit in silicone so that the hair will be soft when I'm ready to use it. And after I washed everything out, I placed it on my weave hanger and let it air dry overnight. So this is how it looks dried after being dried overnight. I like how the color came out. I really wasn't sure about the direction that I was going. I just know that I tried to correct the mistake of the bleach bleeding through, but I think it came out good. And there's a little spots where you can see that it's a little light and a little bit bleachy. But those are spots that I couldn't, really catch. But I do have a solution to fix that, as you guys can see. So here is where my cousin, she also does hair. Go check out her channel on Pretty Tiffy or Hair by Tiffy. She's also on YouTube. So she's installing the ponytail for me. So we did a double frontal ponytail, and you get to see the results at the end. Stay tuned.
Was it you?